What's going on, guys? TKD one take video, and I have a video right now that I'm trying to record that is going to be kind of weird, right? I don't know how this is going to go about. I don't know if you guys are going to blast me in the comments. If you do, feel free to. I support all the differing opinions you have of me. I don't care. Whatever you want to say, if you truly mean it, and just say it down below in the comments below. I appreciate all the feedback. You guys know the good and the bad. I never actually received any bad feedback, but that's beside the point, right? But I don't know how this is going to go down with you people, right? I'm not sure. You might laugh at me. You might think I'm clowning here, but you might think I'm some whatever. But this is something that I gave a lot of thought to after this happened, and I'm not really sure why. I don't know if I was just in some type of way or some type of mood. I don't know, but I'm going to get right into it. So as you all are probably aware, Apple released iOS 10, and along with iOS 10, they released the new watchOS3, right? I am an owner of an Apple Watch. I use it frequently. I use it literally on the daily. Like, I cannot leave the house without my watch. If I do, I feel weird. I said that in a video earlier this week. You guys can check it out. But, overall, the Apple Watch is essential to my day, right? It is essential to how I cooperate and how I utilize technology that I own and with me in the real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I cannot leave the house without my watch, right? So, I was just in school, right? I was in between classes, and I was in the student union building. Now, I don't know if you guys are in college. You guys might not be, but that is basically the hub of a college, right? It's pretty common in a lot of college campuses. It's basically where you can go to a place in school when you don't have any classes, and you can just do homework, you can study, you can read, you can hang out with friends. Like, it's basically just a hub for students, for people that are not in class, right? And so I had about like half an hour before my next class. I was just at the hub chilling, doing my own business. I was watching some YouTube, I was studying, doing the usual things I usually do at the student union building. But as I was taking notes, right, I got a notification on my watch, and it was from the Breathe app, and it said, would you like to start a breathing session? And so at first I kind of discarded it because I'm like, I heard about the breathing app, I saw the keynote about it, and it was basically as far as I knew from it, it was just this app that would remind you to like take a second on your day to breathe, right? And so I thought it sounded like trash. It sounds like trash, even me trying to describe it. It just sounds like garbage. Like, why would you want to do that? Why would you want an app to regulate your breathing? Like, that just sounds weird, you know what I'm saying? But I was just kind of there, and I was like, what, why not? Let me try it. I was a little stressed out, because college is stressful, right? You got your work, you got your brief calculus, you got you're studying, you got teachers that don't know what exactly is due the next period, and so you're confused, they're confused. It's just, college is full of confusion, frustration, and not knowing what to do, right? And so, I was feeling some type of way, right? I was a little bit stressed out, so I'm like, why not? Okay, maybe, maybe this could work, maybe it cannot work, whatever, right? I got time, screw it. So, I was like, okay, watch, all right, I'll do your breathing app, let's go. So, and then I said, start the session, and it prompted me to open the app, through the watch. So I, went to the Apple Watch drawer, and I found the app, and I opened the app on my watch, and then it loaded for a little bit, and then it prompted me to pick the amount of time I would like to breathe. And so the lowest one it was set to was 1 minute, so I just did 1 minute, whatever. And so it started, and then what it would do is it would do kind of like as if it was like a winding. It was like a winding vibration on your wrist to the watch that prompted you to breathe in, right? So whenever it would kind of wind and do that type of feel to the watch, it would make you breathe in, right? So you would breathe in then, and then when it would stop, it would breathe out, you know what I'm saying? So then you would breathe out, and it was, about, I'd say maybe 10 seconds per breathing thing. Like, for 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, it was kind of like that. And so, I did that for a minute, and I don't know what it was, but it was actually beneficial. Like, I found it actually a benefit to my day, you know what I'm saying? Just taking a second and just kind of zoning out of everything and just focusing on my breathing, right? And just focusing on my breathing, and all that matters is me hearing that vibration on the watch that would, lead me and prompt me to breathe in, and then when it stops, I breathe out. I just have to focus on that, and that was the only focus I had for an entire minute, and I had my eyes closed, I had my earbuds in, but there was nothing playing, so I was kind of isolated by the sound, and it was actually beneficial, and it actually kind of surprised me how how relaxed I felt, you know, at school. You know, I felt way more better than I usually feel at school, you know, which is I'm over here trying to make sure that I don't did this and that for the quiz, and you know, I would like to see kind of the benefit of what that was. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see the, you know, test scores I got today on my quizzes, but you know, we won't know that. So maybe I'll do an update to the scores on my test that I took with a day of doing the breathing app. But I actually did find it low-key beneficial. Like, it actually kind of improved my overall state of mind, you know. And I totally did not expect that. I totally just thought that it would just be a waste of time. I thought it wasn't gonna help at all. I thought it was just a gimmick. I mean, like, sound like a gimmick. Like, really, guys? Like, an app to help you breathe better, or like to help you breathe? Like, come on. It sounds like a gimmick. It screams gimmick. But guys, I encourage you, I implore you, if you have an Apple Watch and you're updated to the watchOS3, do this app. Do this app. Let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about this app, because I genuinely thought that this was going to be a joke, and it ended up being an actual benefit to my day here at school, you know. And granted, I'm sure, you know, school is obviously not the most stressful thing, so maybe, you know, there's guys over here on my comment section, you know, or that are watching this video that, you know, are probably going through a lot more stress in life, you know, and maybe this app on the watch could possibly help you. You know, let me know down in the comments below. Is this going to help you? Let me know if you're going to try it. If you try it, make sure to comment this video, and definitely let me know your effect on this breathing app. So I don't know, guys, that was just something that I experienced today, and I just wanted to talk about it on the video. So if you guys have an Apple Watch, definitely let me know how it went for you in the breathing app. Also down below, check out my media links. You can find me Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can find me on there. Also, if you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed my presence, if you enjoyed everything, make sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.